Hey guys, what's new? Welcome to my first ever tank review. Rhyming not intentional. Now, as you can see here, we're gonna do the VK3002M. Why? Because I just deleted it, so it's fresh on my mind, and I got some good replays to show you guys. Now, with that, let's jump right into it. What do you need to know about the tank? It's fucking huge. It's a fucking huge medium tank. And, use medium lightly because, one, you're using a tier 6 gun, the 75 L70. If you played any German tank, you should be familiar with it. 150 pen, 135 damage. And, so not very overwhelming. Armor, it's shit, to put it right, just brutally honest. 60 at the front, 80. If you're looking head on and they shoot at your lower plate, you have a better chance of bouncing on your lower plate than your upper plate. That's because it's all the same at the front. Now, best armor on this tank, the gun mantlet. It's only 100. It's not very well angled. You're only going to bounce if the person's retarded or if the shot goes high and hits the top. And even then it's iffy. It's like a thin strip, like right here. And other than that, you're pretty much going to get penned anywhere. 40 at the sides, 10 on the rear, which really sucks because, like I just said, it's a huge tank. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze for a second. And, just to show you what I mean by, like, how big it is, like, the size of this tank is, like, one of the reasons why it's so underwhelming. Like, for instance, let's check out the Tiger. Alright. Here's the side of the VK. We're going to switch over to the Tiger. Look at that. Look at it loaded in. That's a Tiger. We're going to switch back to the VK. There you go. The VK is as big as a Tiger, has shittier armor, and a worse gun. The one thing this tank really does have going for it, I guess, it has pretty good gun depression. Over the front, sides, gun depression's good. Now, the way you're gonna really want to use this tank, we'll get into that with the replays. For now, let's jump right to the stats. Probably won't be too good at this being my first replay or first review, and I'll get better at it over time. L70, 150 pen, 135 damage, DPM 2000. It's all right. What you're really gonna want to do though is, I don't know where it is here. I guess it's down here. Pop it up. I guess you can't here. I don't want to hide the menu. The accuracy is like 0.35, I believe. I don't know where it is. You'd think it would be in firepower. I don't know why. Oh, there it is. Maneuverability. Accuracy is 0.336, but that's because Tank Inspector takes 100% crew into account. On the gun itself, it's 0.35. Aim time, 2.3 seconds. Not that great. Fire rate's pretty good though. With a rammer, it's gonna get down to about 3.8 seconds. And so that's pretty much what you're gonna do with this tank. Just pew, pew, pew away your targets. Now, everything else, mobility, it's a huge tank. Top speed's 55, but it's fucking slow to get there. Specific power is only 16. It's pretty bad. I'm comparing it to the 3001D, and I don't know if yeah, the 3001D, which I thought was a phenomenal tank, its benchmark is 21, so it's a pretty huge difference. But this tank has 840 hit points. It has more than some tier 6 heavies, so you're gonna have to use that to your advantage. Take one last look at it before we jump into the replay. Alright guys, so here we are on the first replay. While it's counting down, we are on Swamp. In my opinion, this is one of the shittiest maps in the game, but we can save that for another video. Top tier. This is where this tank can actually do pretty well. But even top tier, let me tell you now, you're always going to want to stay back. That's a 3601H over there. That's a heavy tank. Better armor than this thing, or marginally better armor, I guess. And we're bigger than it. We have 110 less hit points, and our gun's worse, though he is using the derp. And he tells me to follow him. I just ignore him, whatever. I'm going to go do my own thing. This tank is a sniper. If you don't like snipings, you won't like this tank. This is all the tank is good for, is sniping. Top speed was, what, 55 kilometers an hour? We're not hitting it. We got up to 46 there. First thing I do, whenever I'm on this side of the map, especially if I have a tank with good gun depression, I always come over to this spot. And while we're on the topic, waiting for targets to appear, it's a tier 6 tank. Don't waste your money. Put a rammer on it if you want better rate of fire. Go camo net binoculars, because you are going to be sitting in the back. So here we are. First target, SU-100. First shot flashed true. Pretty lucky it didn't go into his gun mantlet there. Hitting him again. Reload about 3.8 seconds. I have a 100% crew on here working on their second perk, so I have 6 cents. I also have safe stowage, and if you don't have it, you don't have 6 cents, and you don't have 6 cents or safe stowage on this tank, it is going to be a brutal grind. This tank gets ammo racked all the time, and having 6 cents on such a huge tank is so beneficial, or any tank really for that matter. See, putting that DPM to work. 2 shots into the KV2, put a shot into the KV1. I'm aiming past this building. I think the KV1 might show up again, but I get spotted by the Shermans. Bert's raining death upon us right now. In this replay, you'll see me use auto aim. It's not good, but I'm moving around, and you know, sometimes it's faster to right click, take a shot, and then zoom in for the second one. With a reload in 3 seconds, you could afford the miss. Also, this tank carries a ton of ammo, like 79 rounds. It's ridiculous. Backing up. I don't want the FV304 to sit here and just murder me. You saw in the garage. Or I don't know if I actually showed you, but the top of the tank is 10. Like, it'll pen every time. You're not going to bounce anything with 10 millimeters of armor. Trying to get a sniping shot in the Sherman Jumbo. Wow, I can't talk. I'm doing great on my first review. Alright, so I'm worried about this Chaffee. He backs up. If you look on my mini-map, I have the little mods installed. And also my 6 cents didn't go off, so I know he didn't spot me.
That one didn't go through.
Trying to snipe the cupola on the E2.
Ricochet.
Not sure if you even can, but it's the only shot I got, and I'm not going to pen his turret. If he has the stock turret, that is. I didn't know. Alright, so I'm thinking of taking a shot at the KV2. I don't have it because he's underneath, so I decide this Chaffee needs to die. Unlucky miss. Went over the back of this tank. This tank weighs 45 tons, so if you have a chance to ram a Chaffee, yeah, you go for it. I'll take a shot from the Jackson. I tried to get around the Chaffee there, but this thing, its traverse speed is like 30. It's not nimble. But you know, it's not the slowest tank. So you can do things like this. You're not going to hit your top speed. It just weighs too much. The engine power is not good enough. But, you know, it's quick enough that you can relocate like I'm doing right now. In fact, let me speed up the replay here a little bit. Nothing's happening. We did 1,300 damage so far, which is pretty good when your gun only does 135 alpha on average. Keep my eyes on the mini-map. I see I spot the M37. I do have situational awareness on my radio operator, so, you know, take him out. He doesn't even spot us. Fast forward it again. Always nice taking down an artillery, especially after the FV304 shot us. See, we're driving through the water. We're only doing 26 replays times 2 speed right now. I'll slow it down just so you can get an idea of how sluggish this tank can be. Getting a whopping tog speed up this hill right now. Team spots the Jackson. You got a Hetzer, 2 Hardys, TeknoAXE defending base. That's always the problem with Swamp. It just, TDs are always going to camp at base. Oh, we spot the FV304. Time to get some payback.
That one bounced.
Unlucky bounce. This tank, I will say, I've had a...
Enemy armor is destroyed.
RNG will either love you and you'll always hit, or it'll hate you and you'll always miss. There's really no in between, I've noticed on this tank. You saw there, shot the FE304 once, snapshot, second time on the move. You know, KV1's not where he last was spotted, so I thought he was down here. I guessed right. First shot goes low. Do a little side scraping.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
I tried to shoot his side armor, but it was angled too well. I probably should have just went for the back of his turret. He's starting to fight us. We bounce on him, he bounces on us, but I'm going to reload first. Shoot him in the engine, go for the fire, but it doesn't matter. Artillery takes him out. And now it's us, 3 kills, just under 2,000 damage. And the rest of our team versus an SU-85 and an SU-85. Letting it play out here. Alright, so I'm not sure where the SU-85 is going to be, and then I spot him. I freak out a little bit there. Oh crap, there he is. I just fire third person. Luckily I hit him. Fires at me. Unfortunately kills my driver, which really sucks. So let me just go ahead. I'm just going to fast forward this. You don't want to watch me drive around with a dead driver. It's incredibly slow. This is 4 times speed right now. I'm telling the team that my driver's dead and they need to move up and help, because the TeknoAXE I think is like on full health, and I know the Hellcat is. And you know, this map, it's easy for someone to sit in base and just pick people off one by one, so you don't want to do that. I hang out for a sec, see if maybe anyone spots him, since he was last seen over at C4. Coming up to his base at a whopping 20 kilometers an hour. We spot him. I tried to get a cheeky shot through the wall there. Don't quite have a shot. Artillery's moving in on him. Artillery derps him for almost all his hit points. He comes over the edge, and that's it. We finish him off. That's the first replay. You know, I hope I showed you there the, let me just pause it, the DPM of the VK. You know, you put this gun to work, stay back, snipe like I did in the beginning, and then later on, when you have to, use the hit points. It has 840 hit points. Look, there's a Hellcat, same tier. Like 300 less hit points. TeknoAXE, even about 300 less. So it just goes to show this tank can brawl when it has to. But top tier, tier 7s, tier 8s, I don't recommend it. Just stay back, snipe. That's what the gun's good at. The moment you're spotted, you're such a big target, you're gonna get hit. If you bounce, great. If you don't rely on it. This tank's armor is not good enough. So with that, let's check out the post-game stats. Alright, so here we are. That was Swamp. We got 39,000 credits, 4 taxes, 1,800 experience. Non-double, I believe. I'm not sure if it shows it on here. I don't have screenshots of the actual replay. That was our Ace Tanker badge, obviously. High caliber, a bunch of shit medals that they added. Who cares? Whoop-de-doo, played the game medals. See all the different tanks we shot. You know, nothing spectacular. Well, I guess it is pretty spectacular, but you see all the different tanks we damaged. Top damage on our team. We got more than twice the experience on anyone on our team. Anybody on our team. Their team, we completely destroyed them. About double the damage of anyone on our team. Closest one was our artillery. 30 shots fired, 24 hits. See, the accuracy's, it's good. It's pretty good. 18 pen. This tank won't pen all the time with 150 pen. You saw me bounce on the KV1. Blocked some shots with our armor. Spotted 6 tanks, damaged 9, destroyed 5. We got some assistance damage, traveled 3 kilometers. Like I said, this tank can bomb it around pretty well, and we made 28,000 credits on a premium account afterwards. With that, let's get right into the next replay. Alright, so here we are on the second replay here on Steps. I'm just going to go ahead and let it count down. Let me speed it up here. And so you can see, tier 7 game, not very tier 7, but again, this is where this tank shines. Top tier, snipe all your enemies, you know, binoculars, out view range them, out accuracy them basically. If you can get hull down in this tank, this is something I forgot to mention before. If you can get like hull down, because the gun depression's pretty good, you know, that 100 at the front at range and that it's angled, you might get lucky and bounce something. You know, maybe tier 4, tier 5 if you're extremely lucky. But, you know, other than that, just stay back. Make yourself a small target if possible. It's really hard to do in this thing. And so, I'm just going to speed it up here until something happens. You know, it's steps. There's lots of open fields. So what I do, park in a bush and stare at them. You know, this tank is not a frontline tank. Just don't take it to the front lines. I learned the hard way. Let's see here. See me sniping at T-29. That was just a bad shot, but we reload so fast we can take more. Nail him again. I'm gonna speed it up again just because nothing really happens. Battle unfolds around us. You know, we have TDs camping the ridge. Not a lot of our guys went the 1-2 line. We have some people fighting 9-0. There's the T-29 again. I take a shot. You know, he was at 340 meters, and T-29's view range is pretty good, so I thought he was gonna spot me there, so I back up. But, you know, he didn't. I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't have a good crew, or maybe his commander died on one of the shots. Who knows? Yeah, nothing's really happening. Let's, you know, I'm going to speed it up a little until something happens. ARL V39 spotted in the distance. We can't see him over the ridge. You know, I hope you can see, though, this tank's pretty accurate. Oh, there's the T-29 again. He's falling back, so we're not going to have any shots. Again, the battle's still just unfolding around us. 1-2. We're losing right now. But as tempting as it is, don't just rush out there. Stay back. Snipe as long as you can. Make your move when it counts. RE-25. You know, I don't know why, but he's rushing in there. But he does spot us 3001D. Way out there. 583 meters. We're taking some shots. First goes high, second goes low. You know, it's actually he's not really showing. That one may have hit, but he's still on full health. I have no idea where that shot went, to be honest. Maybe it looped over his tank. But we hit him. We sniped his cupola from here. Then he moves forward. I'm not sure if he was a bot or what, to be honest. RE-25, I see him. I see he's in a predicament, so I move up. Take a snapshot. The SU-100Y goes in. Trying to help him out. BK moves up, takes him out. Take our max and myself, start shooting the BK. Couldn't get another shot in before he died. Don't have a lot of that Hellcat to hit. But it goes in anyway. See, this is what this tank can do. Snipe outside other tanks' view ranges. That's what it's good at. You know, 135 average damage, it adds up. We're up to 840 damage and we barely left base. You know, it sounds kind of noobish, but in this tank, it's just what you gotta do. You just have to snipe, stay back. But I'm looking at the map, I see our guys moving up. They're fighting on the right flank. We got fights on the left flank. And we still got TDs camping our base. So if they're gonna be of use, they need someone to spot. I still got all my hit points. So now's my chance. Moving up, SU-100Y gets spotted. He spots me. We get lucky there. The Hellcat hits our track. So this tank, you know, the tracks are pretty big. You can get pretty lucky track hits. Pretty lucky the artillery didn't hit me there. I didn't think of it at the time. You know, so I'm not worried about aiming at him. It's a Hellcat. It's gonna pen wherever I hit him, so I just auto aim. Take my shots when I get him. Trying to see if I can snake a shot through over the hill and behind the rock. 1,000 damage.
Target unlocked.
Some of you guys may not agree with this next part that's about to come up. You know, that SU-100M that was spotted. Yeah, he's still there. He's AFK. But, you know, we're not going to worry about him yet. SU-100Y's shot goes low. He turns his tank. But, you know, Hellcat's not fighting me. And I'm, you know, free damage. I'm going to take it. Sorry. So I'm just going to speed up. I don't know, you can see the rate of fire. I know he's AFK, so I'm not even worried about him. I'm looking around while shooting. He's dead. You know, an extra 800 some damage. That's why you don't go AFK. But if people want to go AFK against me, whatever. We take out the Hellcat, up to over 2,000 damage. And, you know, time to hunt down the artillery. I load an HE shell,
Target acquired.
knock him down to 1
Ready
hit
to
point.
go.
And that's pretty much it for the rest of this replay. We get pretty close to the heavy tanks, but they both die before we get there. But I hope I showed you the DPM, at least against that AFK tank. Just this tank, don't be afraid to auto lock. You know, I mean, if you're a better player than me and you can shoot and worry in third person at the same time, great. You know, if not, don't worry about it. You know, don't be afraid to auto lock with this tank, depending what tanks you're going against. Things like the Hellcat, SU-100Y, 150 pens, way more than enough for them. Just put the DPM to work and try to keep all your hit points. Like, we got hit once by the Hellcat and then got lucky against the SU-100Y, but even if he hit us, unless he ammo racked us, we had the hit points to take it. So, you know, with that, let's take a look at the post-game stats for this game. Alright, so here we are at the post-game stats. Mastery badge Ace Tanker again. 40,000 credits this time, probably because we were hitting higher tier targets like the T-29, the SU-100. 1,689 experience, pretty good. Other useless medals. Check out the team score. Top damage, only just behind a Tiger, who was tier 7. 1,126 base experience, almost more than double than a lot of our team, like half our team. No, anyone else other than the Tiger, if you doubled it, it's about the same. Other team, you know, they did alright. This KV3 did really good, but he was top tier in a mostly tier 6 game. He should do good. But, you know, I hope I showed you. Look, 26 shots fired, 20 hits, 18 pens. Once again, this RNG with this tank, you'll pen most of your shots, but sometimes you just won't. 150 pen, carry some gold rounds, 194. I really don't use them too much, just because what you're going against, 150 is usually good. It's mobile enough that you can get to a spot to snipe, shoot people in the side, you know, shoot them every 3.8 seconds, have it add up. And, you know, if you're watching this and you're having a tough time with the 3002M, don't worry, I did as well. I even used some free XP just to get past it, because I really did not like this tank. It's too big, the gun underwhelming, and I just don't enjoy sitting back and sniping. Really, I'm more of a brawler, and that was my phone. So with that, things you should remember about this tank. If you're grinding it, don't waste your credits. Maybe put a rammer on it, camo net, binoculars. Sit back, snipe. You have a ton of hit points. Save them for the middle and end of the battle, so that way you can take hits, out DPM your opponents. 0.35 accuracy, aim for weak spots. And, you know, if you enjoyed the tank review, please, you know, give it a like. I know I'm not super awesome at this stuff, but if you got any ideas what I can improve on, anything you want to just clicking into stuff, any ideas on what I can improve on, anything you want to see in the future, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe for more, and if you want like a specific tank you want me to review, you know, leave in the comments. I'll see what I can do. I don't have a ton of tanks. Maybe I'll do a video and show you guys what I do have if anyone's interested in that. But with that, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.